Why the hell is Assassin's Creed music playing? What? What? Why is it? Why? I just come back, I just hear dun 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 dun. Oh, wrong one. That one. Okay. Hello everybody! Practice free. Yeah, I have no idea why Assassin's Creed theme started playing, but it's an absolute banger, so... We had Starman yesterday, we've had the Assassin's Creed theme today, what a time to be alive. Let's lock it in, because we have practice free right now, in about 5 minutes time, and then... At, I don't actually remember when, I'm gonna say 9 UK time. We have QUALI. I'm a bit out of breath because I didn't actually realise the time. I had to belt it up the stairs, 2 flights of stairs, and I'm quite overweight, putting it lightly. So, yeah.
Out of order.
Okay, so 4 minutes until we begin. I'm probably just gonna only watch the Sky Sports broadcast. I did that yesterday and it was fine. I usually look at live timing, but it's not really a point. It's very laggy. My PC's already on the ropes from having 2 streaming platforms open. But we'll see how it goes. It's at the moment looking like it's going to be a dry session. Weather forecast. Okay. I guess I won't look at the weather forecast, shall I? This. Okay, so risk of rain 20%, and that is official. That is the official risk of rain for practice free. Now, of course, yesterday I didn't actually watch. Actually, no. I didn't stream Practice 2. I came under the impression it was going to be quite a boring session, and I'm actually glad that I chose that, because it was very boring. I did watch it myself, just in my own time, whilst I grinded some Apex Legends. If you know Apex Legends, I'm playing in a pro tournament, like, right after this stream, so that's going to go fucking well. So yeah, I was just playing that, vibing, watching practice in the background. It was so boring, like really bad. But the reason I'm watching practice free today and not just skipping that as well and going straight to QUALI is that practice free is usually when you start getting the proper QUALI runs. And not only that, it's not raining. And there's a there's a high risk of rain, but it's nowhere near as high as the other. I mean, practice 1, it looked like it was going to get cancelled. The first half an hour wasn't even going on. That was really weird. They let, like, the session, like, the timer tick down, but they didn't, like, they opened the pit lane. They didn't just delay the session, which I thought was a bit odd. And honestly, these first 2 practice sessions, we have got 0, and I mean 0, representation of where teams are. Like, no one knows, which I suppose in a way is actually more exciting, because then going into practice free and then going into QUALI, no one really knows where everyone's at. I mean, there's obviously a baseline: Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, in, you know, whichever order you want. Doesn't really matter. Those 3 teams are sort of on par with each other. That was like a pre-race simulation thing. But hopefully practice 3 will be the first time this weekend we actually get to see where teams are at. Got some coffee in the England mug. Come on, you, I guess say come on, you Irons, then. That's my team, not country. Saw some funny comments about Danny Rick yesterday from Jacques Villeneuve. Jacques Villeneuve basically saying, why is he in F1? He diffed a washed Vettel, diffed an 18-year-old Verstappen, and hasn't beat anyone since. And you actually got to think, that's a good point, really. Ricciardo was very good in 2014, bit shit in 15. Did he bit shit in 16? Although I'm saying all this, I never actually... I've watched all F1 seasons back to 2007 on, like, race replays. Obviously, I only started watching F1 live in 2021, but I have, because I've got F1 TV, I have since gone back and watched every single race. So practice is about to begin, but yeah, Ricciardo, like, he had some really good years at Renault. I remember that vividly, 2019 and 20, and then obviously fell off. Going as far as saying that he shouldn't be in F1, it's a tricky one. Should he be in F1? I mean, he's what, 35? And there's the fucking, whatever it's called, practice thing. Oh wait, no, I don't need to put that on yet. We can wait. Oh wait, I didn't have this on. Oh. Didn't have my music on my Twitch stream. My bad. So practice underway. Pretty much everyone instantly coming out. Probably because this is the first time we actually get some representative running. Partly cloudy conditions, 20 degrees Celsius. Track temperature is 35 degrees Celsius with 62% humidity and 6.4 km/h wind coming from the southwest. There you go. Oh shit, I forgot about... Oh, okay. Timers are about 10 seconds delayed, but who cares really, let's be honest. It's only practice. Qualifying, I'll make sure they're actually live. Now, the only thing that I wish the Sky Sports broadcast did was it showed a track map permanently so I can see who's out. That's actually why live timing does come in handy sometimes, is I can actually see who's out on track on what tyre. You know what? I'll get the live timing up as well. We'll have both on. Still feeling incredibly sorry for Jack Doohan. Got his chance in F1 for practice with Alpine, and because of weather conditions and Alpine's weird decision making, he actually didn't get a single minute to drive. So unlucky. Here's the live timing. So we currently have 18 drivers out on track. The only drivers that aren't on track are the Hasses, and everyone's on mediums except the McLarens, who are on hards. And as I say that, Ricciardo and Piastri go back in the pits. But everyone on mediums except the McLarens, and we'll go from there. So that's probably going to be the schedule of this session. Some long runs, you know, because this is the first time they've actually got a chance to do some long runs in dry conditions. Get the long runs out the way. By the end, we should be doing some quali laps. So Verstappen crosses the line for our first lap time. Never mind, I'm lying. Sergio Perez does our first lap time at 1 minute 18 dead. That's our first lap time of the day. I mean, Russell doing a 21.5, Verstappen a 23.8, Leclerc a 19.5. That's our second lap time. And honestly, because of the weather conditions and just how this weekend's gone, I have no idea what a good lap time is. I said that in inter conditions, you're looking at a 1 minute 26. In dry conditions, a 1 minute 16. I mean, we're already in the 18s, so nearly 17s. Sainz goes second at 19.3. Bottas third at 19.3. And it looks like we're just doing some... I don't even know. Warm-up laps. Build-up laps. I don't even know, because they do one lap on the mediums, then a lap, you know, cooling down, and then another lap of being fast. And we'll go from there. Pierre Gasly has just gone... Whoa. Whoa. Pierre Gasly goes P1, a 16.4, 1.7 seconds quicker than, excuse me, Sergio Perez. Whew, fair enough. Didn't know Gasly had that in him. Valtteri Bottas then improves to P3, a 19.2, almost 19.3. Carlos Sainz crosses the line, improves to P3, goes ahead of Bottas, an 18.8. Sergio Perez, fastest sector 1. So much traffic, though. Like, so much traffic. Still quite a lot of drivers that haven't done a lap. Ocon goes P2, making it a Alpine 1-2 at the moment. A 16.4 for Gasly, a 17.6 for Ocon. Lando Norris is stopped at the end of the pit lane. Oh. That isn't... Oh. Zhou Guanyu. Zhou Guanyu is off. At turn 1. Now, is that a spin? Or is that, like, an engine failure? He crashed in FP1. We're about to see on the Sky broadcast what has happened to Zhou Guanyu. And it is a red flag. We have a red flag already, 5 minutes in. And Zhou Guanyu is in the wall. So Zhou Guanyu in FP1 tries to go flat out in a corner that isn't flat in the wet and crashes. FP3, he's now crashed at turn 1, 5 minutes in. And we have a red flag. So this is a replay from Zhou Guanyu's perspective. So he actually finished a lap, kept going, braked into turn 1, turned in, then just skidded off. Right. Zhou Guanyu on the radio. I have no idea what's happening with the car. The car is so strange, man. It just locks up all the rears. I think you might just be a shit driver. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Karun Chandok and also other members of the Sky Sports broadcast. I know it is a word in the dictionary, and it is an official word in the English dialect, but can we stop using the word retardation? Not because it sounds similar to the other word that now people call a slur, which is just stupid, but it's just such an odd sounding word to describe. Like, it's like trying to use more complicated words than you need to. Like, rather than saying, let me just think of a very brief example, rather than saying, oh, this is the race weekend in order, they'd go, oh, this is the race weekend chronologically. Like, using long words or fancy words that no one actually knows the meaning of to describe what you want to describe. Like, can't you just say the air? Oscillation's another word that pisses me off, and it's not just F1, it's just in life in general. If you're one of them people that use extremely long words, like, and long isn't the right word, just words that no one else uses that's really complicated, that most people don't even know the meaning to, just to try and sound smarter or sound more professional, they're just a bit odd. I'm sorry, it's just true. Anyway, they've rolled some ad breaks. I mean, why wouldn't you? Red flag, nothing going on. So Verstappen's saying that he's got understeer the whole weekend. Nothing else really going on right now. I imagine the red flag won't be out for very long because, yeah, the red flag's already gone. They only need to get the crane, and there's a little off-road right next to them. Huh, right, what should we talk about now, then? What should we talk about? Wow, now, then. Maybe the 2026 regs about how apparently the cars are looking like they're going to be really slow. Like, I don't actually know who said this, and if it's even a reliable source, but someone basically said that, like, when I say someone, it was just a random person. It was like one of the F1 drivers who have driven the new red car on a simulator, said that it's multiple seconds slower than the current cars, not that much faster than F2. And if that is the case, that is extremely, extremely concerning. Like, that is troubling. The whole point of F1 is to be the top technical sport with the fastest cars in the world. The fastest cars is one of the key things. But they're not looking like they're very fast. So cars are already back out on track, and progress will, what's the word? Resume as usual. Lovely stuff. Honestly, Joe Guan Yu, I don't even know what he's gonna do this weekend. He had no FP1 running. FP3 is the first actual, like, learning, you know, track time. Like, this is the first time where you might actually learn something being on track. He's now out of that as well. So yeah, not looking good. That's all, really. But what a drink sign up we have here. We've got coffee and how can I I can't hide it. Okay, I won't show it then. I was gonna say I've got non-alcoholic cider, but I can't actually prove that. So whoa, that's sweet. Alright, so Oscar Piastri on a lap right now, a 21.9. Verstappen does a 21.3, which is the fastest first sector of anyone. Verstappen on the medium tyre still, I believe. Yes, he is. So Verstappen also sets the fastest sector too at 23.9. Yucky. So Lando Norris wasn't on a lap. Bottas isn't. Sargent, no. Alonso, no. Ricciardo, yes, Ricciardo is on a lap. So Ricciardo P13. He's going to cross the line and he's P13 and he goes P13. Max Verstappen, can he do a sweep and get 3 purple sectors? Yes, he can. A 15.5 for Max Verstappen. Oscar Piastri across the line goes P3, a 17 dead. And then we have Chile Carlos Sainz probably going to Williams. Comes across the line, a 17.7. And then we have Charles Leclerc, no improvement in Sector 1, but green in Sector 2. He crosses the line, he's P9, he goes up to P4, a 17.5. Checo Perez exits the pits. George Russell crosses the line, goes P7, an 18 dead. Alex Albon goes P4, a 17 dead. Go on, Chad, what a driver. Pierre Gasly improves his lap time to a 16.2. Esteban Ocon, currently up on his teammate, goes P3, just behind him by 2 tenths. Kevin Magnussen's first lap of the session, straight up to P2. Come on, K-Mag, my guy. Lando Norris across the line, P5, no one gives a fuck. K-Mag P2, come on, what a driver. Logan Sargent P4, what a time to be alive. Fernando Alonso across the line, P18 goes P10. Danny Rick improving in all sectors. stays P17 despite improving his lap time. He has a 21.2. Yeesh. Hulkenberg 30 dead. Lance Stroll home hero, which actually, wait, if that tweet is still up, I want to show it to you all because it's absolutely world class. Yes, it is, I think. Go on. Oh, wait, how do I show this? This. Wait, how do I get this on the YouTube stream? Wait, read this one? Yes, and then... that. If you haven't noticed, Lance Stroll was one of the least regarded local hero drivers in F1, yet with his 3 victories. He's 3 victories, yeah? And then they got community noted, and then unfortunately they realised the mistake and just said admin was suffering from jet lag. But when you actually read this article, it's really concerning. Do you not see it? Yes. Okay, so... it looks like it's written by an AI of, it's quite literally Lance Stroll propaganda. It reads, on paper, the Canadian driver is this weekend's local hero, but he's not exactly high regard in the world of Formula 1, chiefly because he's tarnished with the accusation of nepotism. The first fact that comes to mind about Lance Stroll is that he owes his place as one of the 20 elite at motorsport racing top table to the fact that his father, Lawrence Stroll, owns the team. Not to mention James Bond's favourite car brand Aston Martin and its state-of-the-art factory. Being the son of a multi-billionaire doesn't exactly endear you to the masses, even less so when it comes to sport, and a very expensive one in that case of motor racing. However, the 26-year-old who grew up a few kilometres from the circuit where he races in the Canadian Grand Prix this weekend has demonstrated that whether one likes it or not, he deserves his seat in Formula 1. Many drivers have brought their way into Formula 1, but very few have managed to take part in 151 Grand Prix. Of the Canadians, only Jacques Villeneuve has more starts to his name of 163, a figure which Lance should exceed by the end of the season with 279 in the bag. Stroll has scored more than any other driver from his country. He's finished on the podium 3 times. He started from pole just the once in Istanbul, and has always worked hard to prove his detractors wrong. So basically they're saying that Lance Stroll deserves to be in F1 because he's driven 151 Grand Prix. And that's more than any other Canadian. Even though they literally said one paragraph up, he owes his place to one of the 20 elite because his father owns the team. It then reads, his rookie days, the learning phase of his career as a racing driver are behind him, and now's the time for Lance to decide what he will do during his adult years, or more importantly, what he would like to do. Because strange as it may seem, one gets the impression that Stroll, who has been in this sport for 8 years, doesn't really enjoy life in Formula 1 that much. He is a shy lad that can sometimes come across as arrogant, and he does not have a great relationship with the press and the world of social media. But it's a question that needs to be asked first and foremost by the man himself. Like, it is quite literally Stroll propaganda. Like, oh wait, my timer's reset. Oh bollocks. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna turn the timers off. I'll just tell you how long's left. You know what I mean? If you want to know how long's left, just ask me in chat and I'll happily respond. But yeah, I just find that personally hilarious that there's actually Stroll propaganda. But some lap times to update you on. Lance Stroll, speaking of the devil, has gone up to P3 with a 15.6. Verstappen's improved his lap time to a 14... oh, that's actually a lot of lap times to update you on. Okay, so Verstappen goes into the 1 minute 14s, a 14.983. Alonso then does a 14.870. Magnussen a 15.4. Sargent a 15.5. Stroll a 15.6. Gasly a don't know. Ricciardo goes P3 a 15.4. Lando Norris sets the fastest sector 1, half a tenth up on Verstappen and Alonso. Sergio Perez, Hamilton, Russell, and Leclerc all haven't done lap times in the last like 15 minutes, so that's why they're quite far back. They're also doing a couple long runs. Lando Norris improves in Sector 2, so 40 minutes remaining in the final practice session this weekend. But I love that article, the Lance Stroll propaganda. I want to send a link to that to the boys in chat, because that's quite funny, to my Discord. Nice. Okay, so back to live timing. Any more lap times? Yes, Lando Norris completes his lap, goes P3 at 15 dead. Tyres, Alonso on the hards. Sorry. Ocon improves to P5 at 15.4. Wow. Oh my fuck. That is a very competitive order. So there is currently 1 second between the top 12, but it's 14-9, 14, 15 dead, 15 dead, 15 dead, 15-2, 15-4, 15-4, 15-5, 15-6, 15-6, 15-7, 15-7. Wow, that is very competitive. Lance Stroll improves to P3 from P9, does a 15 dead, so nice one. On the hards as well, Aston looked good. Tsunoda up to P6 at 15.1, so now there is 9 temps between the top 13. And we still have Sainz, Hamilton, Leclerc, Russell and Perez all to do fast laps. They're all just doing long runs at the moment, so they'll pop up later in the session. Perez on the radio, I missed that. Let me go back and... he got a bit of traffic from one of the Hasses. Yeah, what the fuck? The Hass there. Good comms by Checo Perez. Alonso's just done a 14.4 on hard tyres. Wow, that's impressive, you know. Hulkenberg improves to P12 at 15.7, so there is now 1.3 seconds between the top 13 because of Alonso's massive improvement. Half a second ahead of Verstappen on the mediums. Wow. Aston Martin back. They've not brought any upgrades, but sometimes you don't need upgrades. Sometimes you just need a good track. Just a track that works. Hang on a second, gotta do a text. Okay, right, I'm back. Any lap times? No. Yep. Daniel Ricciardo, P2, 14.8. Lando Norris, P3, 14.9. Nico Hulkenberg is not improving. Anyone improving at all? Stroll. Stroll is improving at 21 dead through Sector 1. Improves in Sector 2 at 23.8. Which is only 8 hundredths behind Verstappen. Not bad. So Lance Stroll through the... Wait. Round the Water Champions comes across the line. He's currently P5. Will he improve his position? Bosh! He does. P3 for Lawrence. Well, Lance. 14-8. Sonoda, no, Alex Albon also improved to P10 as well, 15-5. The Astons look really good. Alright, looking at sector times, no one's improving right now. There's only a few cars out on track. We have Piastri and Lando, both doing long runs. Alex Albon is just doing a cooldown lap. Stroll's doing a cooldown lap. Tsunoda's doing a cooldown lap. Perez and Hamilton are doing long runs. And Ricciardo is doing long runs as well. Nice. Nice. Honestly, I'm completely down for Jack Villeneuve being in the commentary box way more often. Like, he's class. Hang on, Christian Horner explains that. I want to quickly, like, preface this and say that on this stream, any quotes that I give from, like, that are from drivers or teams, I'd say 9 out of 10 times are from Red Bull. Now, it's very simple. I support Red Bull, and I can only find there's an account that just basically tweets everything that Red Bull drivers say. I can't find accounts of the other teams where they give quotes from the drivers. If you know any from any other team that isn't Red Bull, where they just tweet quotes from the drivers from like media days, please tell me, because then I can give some quotes from some other drivers. But Checo Perez contract extension says Checo needs to feel comfortable and secure, then he will be able to maximize his performance. That's why we wanted to eliminate anything that could distract him. Honestly, that's bollocks. I'm gonna just, that's bollocks. That is bollocks. There is no way that they gave Checo that extension because he was distracted. No. Helmut Marko said it himself. The reason that Checo Perez got that extension is because of the amount of money he brings from sponsors. It's like what I keep saying. There's probably... I'll make an example so it's easy to understand. Just say, in a hypothetical world, P1 in the constructors is 100 million, P2 is 75 million, P3 is 50, and P4 is 25. Just imagine that. I know it isn't, just imagine it is. So obviously the difference between P1 and P3 is 50 million quid. I bet you any money Perez brings more than 50 million quid to that team. My guy's partnered with Nescafe, Disney, Mobile One, and hundreds of other Mexican sponsors. They sell stupid amounts of merchandise to the entirety of South America, and he's connected with a billionaire. He's loaded. Like, he is loaded. And he honestly, he probably has taken, like, a salary, like, cut as well. So, like, just to get, because Perez said himself, plan A, B, and C was to stay at Red Bull. And to, like, further improve his chance of that, he's going to get a pay cut. So, that's why he's there. Oh! 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 We've got soft runners! We've got soft runners! Carlos Sainz, Logan Sargent. We've got soft runners. We've got soft runners. We've got soft runners, and we've got soft runners soon. What a time to be alive. Wait, did I have this on? Oh, I do. Change that to that. Okay. Right. W. So Sainz actually... Oh, that was his warm-up lap. Okay, so Logan Sargent, fastest in Sector 1 at 20.8. Remember, he's on a soft tyre, so that's why he's, you know, quickest. Leclerc at 21.5. That is going to be on the mediums. Carlos Sainz through Sector 1 is actually down on Sargent. Hang on a minute. Sargent through Sector 2 at 23.5. Leclerc's going to do a 24.2. Keep in mind he's on the mediums. Carlos Sainz at 23.5 takes the fastest Sector 2 by 4 milliseconds. Logan Sargent crosses the line. He's going to go P1. Crosses the line at 14.3 for Logan Sargent. I'm going to screenshot that before it gets taken away from him, because that is world fucking class. Let's save that. Leclerc goes P14. Carlos Sainz only P3 at 14.5. Logan Sargent only a 10th quicker than Alonso, who was on hards. And Sainz is a 10th back from Alonso on softs. That's pretty crazy. Is Aston Martin actually cooking? Or have we not seen some proper representative runs from others on the grid yet? I don't know. 30 minutes remaining. I'll give you a leaderboard update when there's 20 minutes left. Like, the fact that we're only halfway through this session is crazy to me. I feel like I've been here for 3 hours, and I've only been here half an hour. It's pretty wild. But, I mean, if we keep getting soft runs and, like, lap time improvements, don't really mind. It only gets a bit stale and dull when, you know, every single driver's doing long runs. George Russell, fastest Sector 1, 1 minute, I keep saying 1 minute, at 20.8 for Posh Spice. Alonso doing long runs. So is Verstappen and Magnussen and Tsunoda and Piastri and Ocon. Russell through Sector 2 is going to do a 23.5, so 2 fastest sectors for Russell. Probably going to go P1. Bit of traffic with Sainz, shouldn't cost him any time though. Down the straight, very minor slipstream from Max Verstappen. Valtteri Bottas improving. 2 tenths back in Sector 1. 4 tenths back in Sector 2. Russell around the final chicane. Avoids the Wall of Champions. Makes his way across the line. It's going to be P1. It is a 1 minute 14.2. And he goes 700ths ahead of Sargent, which you would have thought the advantage would be a bit more. Valtteri Bottas up to P10, a 15 dead. What tyre is that on? Softs. Okay, a bit slow from him. Checo Perez still doing long runs. Lance Stroll, not even on a long run or anything, just sort of mucking about. And Sargent actually is improving through Sector 2, but a really bad Sector 1. So there is still a lot of improved pace in them soft tyres. Comes out the final corner. Logie Sagi across the line. I don't think he's going to improve his advantage. I'd love to be proven wrong. He doesn't. He misses out by just over a 10th. Lando Norris coming out the pits. Please tell me the McLarens are on the softs. Oh, yes. McLaren soft runs. I can't think of anything better. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Leclerc, Hamilton, and Perez still yet to do actual like laps. They're just all doing long runs still. Although Hamilton did just set a mighty lap time of an 8 minutes 14. That's cold. Alex Albon improving through Sector 1. A 20.8 is reasonably fast, you know. I mean, I don't even know what the strengths of the cars are anymore. Remember, like, last year and, like, the years before, Williams were always good at straight-line speed circuits, which is what Canada is. So, like, as Alex Albon goes fastest in Sector 2, like, what is the strengths of these cars? I know that Red Bull have a weakness to curbs, but not a real strength. It's quite difficult. Leclerc, fastest sector 1 at 20.7. Sainz at 20.7 as well. 20 milliseconds between them. Piastri starts a lap. Hamilton starts a lap. Albon finishes a lap. He's currently P14. He crosses the line. Alex Albon's only got it on P1 into the 13s. Nice. Leclerc, fastest sector 2. Currently a 10th and a half up on Alexander Albon. Carlos Sainz, half a second back from Leclerc. Hamilton, a 10th quicker than Leclerc in sector 1, goes fastest. Ew. Bottas at 21 dead. Leclerc crosses the line, and he goes P1 at 13.6. That's yucky. Sainz crosses the line, goes to P3 at 14.1. A 6/10 difference. Lance Stroll, not on a lap. Hulkenberg, no. Russell, yes. Russell is on a lap. Doesn't improve in Sector 1. And is actually down on Albon in Sector 2. Will he actually improve at all? Let's see. Cross the line. Goes up one place to P3 at 14 dead. Esteban Ocon, not on a lap. Piastri is. Doesn't improve in Sector 1. Really bad Sector 1. Goes P7. Hamilton, 2 fastest sectors. And... ew. 13.4. That's yucky. Valtteri Bottas crosses the line and goes P7 at 14.4. Lando Norris not improving in any sector. He might have abandoned his lap, and he is going again, I think. Sargent on a lap, no improvement in Sector 1, but improvement in Sector 2. Will he actually improve his lap time, though? Crosses the line, and he does! Sargent sets the fastest Sector 3, and goes P3 with a 13.9. Lando Norris at 20.6 in Sector 1. That is pretty rapid, I can't lie. Ew, that isn't very nice. Norris, the only driver on a lap right now. In Sector 2, he's going to do a 23.2. That's pretty fucking lively, I can't lie. I reckon we will easily get into the 1 minute 12 this practice. There's still 25 minutes left, and we're already in the low 13s. So Lando in the final chicane, avoids the wall of champions, comes across the line. Currently P12 with a 1 minute 18. He goes only P2, a 13.47, 11 milliseconds away from Lewis Hamilton. Daniel Ricciardo on a lap, improvements in Sector 1 and 2. He's 6 tenths off Lando right now. That will put him at a projected 14.2 or 14.1. He's got a bit of traffic, though, with Hamilton and Bottas, so that's going to just cost him a load of time. Nice slipstream from Bottas as well. That will get his lap time down. Crosses the line and goes P6 with a 14 dead, because I'm smart and correct. We also have a massive bit of traffic building up. We've got Russell, we've got Gasly, Leclerc, Piastri, Sainz, Magnussen, Hamilton, Ricciardo, Bottas, Albon, and Stroll, all like right next to each other. Yeesh. When there's 20 minutes remaining, I'll give you all a leaderboard update, and then we should see the likes of Piastri, Alonso, Bottas. Basically, from Bottas downwards, we should see some soft runs. Alex Albon improving at 20.6 in Sector 1. That's pretty good. Piastri improving in Sector 2 at 23.6. That's, yeah, it's alright. Sargent at 20.8 in Sector 1, improving again. Track is ramping up pretty quickly. It seems like these softs can do multiple fast laps as well and actually improve, which is very important for quali. Verstappen's doing long runs, I believe. Piastri goes P9, a 14.4. Next driver that's on a lap is going to be Alex Albon. No improvement for either Williams in Sector 2, but Albon gets a gorgeous slipstream, and so does Sargent. Sargent gets a lovely, lovely slipstream. Albon goes up to P4 at 13.8 for him. Excuse me. Sargent now crossing the line. Go ahead of Albon. Go on, son. No, he doesn't. He abandons his lap in the final sector due to traffic. Unfortunate. No one else improving, though. Magnussen might be on a lap, but he's a bit slow. Same with Russell, to be fair. Just both quite slow. Leclerc at 20.9 in Sector 1. That's really quick, but not an improvement. Hamilton at 20.5. Again, not an improvement, but that is still a very rapid Sector 1. So Sainz, Russell, Leclerc, and Hamilton are all on laps, but they don't improve in Sector 1. Bottas at 20.9 is improving. We still have 11 cars yet to do a fast lap on soft, so that's going to be exciting. K-Mag's going to cross the line, and I don't even know what this guy's doing. Here he comes. He's not going to go up anywhere. Stays at 1 minute 18. Tsunoda improving through Sector 1 at 20.9. 400ths up on Bottas. Hamilton abandons, I think. Russell abandons. Leclerc, fastest Sector 3, but doesn't improve his lap time. Sainz is the only one left. He is also abandoned. And Hamilton abandoned as well. So, out of 4 drivers, only one of them actually finished their hot lap, and it was only a 1 minute 13.9. Although a very good Sector 3, so maybe if he just had a clean lap, you know, it's like there. Ricciardo, ew! A 13.8 improves to P4, fastest Sector 3 over Leclerc. Yuki Tsunoda now across the line, goes P9 only, a 14.2, 4/10 behind Ricciardo. Alonso pits. We still have 10 cars out on track. Right, we've got both McLarens, we've got both Ferraris, we've got both RBs, both Hasses. Hamilton, Stroll, and Bottas are all out of the garage right now. Sergio Perez, Hulkenberg, the Alpines, Verstappen, Stroll, and Alonso all yet to come out and do soft laps. There is now 20 minutes remaining, so here is the leaderboard. We have Lewis Hamilton in P1 with a 1 minute 13.4. Then we have Norris a 13.4, Leclerc a 13.6, Ricciardo a 13.8, Piastri's just this second gone P5 with a 13.8, Albon a 13.8, Sargent a 13.8, Russell a 14 dead, Sainz a 14.1, Tsunoda a 14.2, Bottas a 14.4, Alonso a 14.5, Stroll a 14.8, Verstappen a 14.9, Magnussen a 15 dead, Ocon a 15.4, Gasly a 15.5, Hulkenberg a 15.7, Perez a 18 dead, and Zhou Guanyu an 18.6. Lovely stuff. That is your leaderboard update. Someone also just improved their laps, and I don't know who it was. I think it was Carlos Sainz. Up to P8, a 13.999. We currently have 1 second between the top 12. Only a 10th between the top 3. We have seen a lot closer through the majority of this season so far, to be fair. A lot more closer areas. I mean, wasn't it Australia practice? We saw like the top 7 split by under a 10th, and it was just absolutely fucking mental. Also, like I said, Alonso, Stroll, Verstappen, Magnussen, Ocon, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Checo, and Zhou. Maybe exclude Zhou because he's obviously DNF'd. They are all yet to do soft laps. Bottas is the slowest soft lap driver, and he's a second back in arguably the slowest car. So once you get everyone to do soft laps, there might only be about 1.2 seconds between the entire field. So very, very close. Yuki Tsunoda improving through Sector 1 at 20.8. Ricciardo not on a lap. Neither is Magnussen. Leclerc might be starting a lap. Let's go on with him. Is he? No. Okay. So we'll keep watching Tsunoda. He's currently green through Sector 1. Yellow through all of Sector 2, though, at 23.5 only. He might just abandon off that, to be fair. He's going to go green through the hairpin, though. Let me zoom in the track, actually, so I can actually see the corner numbers. That'd be nice. Avash. Lovely. That is gorgeous. Okay. Tsunoda yellow on the exit of the hairpin, which means he's going to not improve down the entire back straight. He comes across the line. I don't think he's going to improve his lap time. Does he? He does, actually. He improves his lap time to a 14.2, but doesn't actually gain any positions as Magnussen, goes into the pits. We now only have both Ferraris and both RBs left out on track. How sad. Alright. Ricardo improving somehow. I don't know how he's doing it. A 20 actually improved in Sector 2 as well, which no one else has really managed to do. So that's very impressive by Ricardo. Will he improve his lap time though? No, it doesn't even improve his lap time, but the sheer fact he improved in Sector 2 is crazy. So here's a little thing. After practice 2, this is of course practice 3 now, but after practice 2, there's a couple of tyre sets available. We have... Wow. So no one used a single dry tyre in FP1 and 2. So everyone is going to have a lot more tyres to use in practice 3 and quali. Wow. Russell's just come out the pit. What tyre is he on? Brand new softs. Oh, I like that. I do like that a lot, I can't lie. Alright, we actually got a few more cars out on track all of a sudden. Alex Albon improving through Sector 2. When that happened? When that happened? What? George Russell P1 at 13.2? Sorry, there was just no exclamation of that happening. Huh? P2. Max Verstappen is doing a soft lap. This is about to be very exciting. Verstappen through Sector 1 at 20.4, fastest of anyone. Logan Sargent improving. And he's abandoned. Bastard! He was about to go P2. Prick. Oh, that's so annoying. Hamilton then goes 2 tenths faster than Verstappen through Sector 1. Verstappen in Sector 2 is going to do a 23.3. It's not even close to the fastest sector. My blood is not cooking at all. Lewis Hamilton does a 22.99. 4 tenths up on Verstappen. Red Bull are shit. Red Bull are shit. Oracle Red Bull Racing, they are shit. Verstappen crosses the line. It's P2, a 13.3. But here comes Lewis Hamilton to put him in his place. And Hamilton goes P1, a 1:12.5. Come on! I ate the prick, but that's a fantastic lap. Holy shit. What a lap time. Fuck me, what a guy. Fair enough, that is going to be a 7/10 difference. Danny Rick improving. Gets a nice slipstream from his teammate, Russell, Albon and Ocon. Checo Perez is finally back out the garage. I assume everyone's on softs now. Yes, they are. Oh, it's the best part of practice. Final 10 minutes, everyone on softs. Nice little showdown. Danny Rick, P3, ahead of Verstappen. We should honestly just get Verstappen out that seat. That is gorgeous stuff. I'm gonna piss off the entirety of Twitter. I just posted an image of Ricciardo being ahead of Verstappen and just tweeted, Ricciardo proving exactly why he should be in that Red Bull. Right. Here are some lap times. Bottas goes P7, Ocon P14, Tsunoda P8, 13.7 for him, 5 tenths off his teammate. Alonso P6, a 13.5. Sargent P8, 13.6. Piastri P5, 13.4. Wait, they're talking about Perez. Wait, what are they talking about Perez for? Leclerc P5, 13.3. Checo Perez currently looking about the P8, P9 region. He's also under investigation for an unsafe vehicle condition. So Perez around the final corner. He's not going to be very high up because he had a pretty poor sector 2. He goes only P9 at 13.6. Which is what? 3.5 tenths off his teammate, so pretty normal really. Sainz stays P14. Stroll not on a lap. Verstappen not on a lap. Ocon no. Bottas no. Russell no. Alonso no. Who is? Oh, the Hasses and Norris. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on them. Norris round the hairpin. Has he got purple anywhere maybe? Yes, he has. Turn 3. but yellow through most of Sector 2. Not happy about that. Haas cars, dismal as per usual. Stroll and Sainz also won the laps now as well. Final couple minutes remaining. Norris only P5, a 13.3. Hulkenberg P14, a 13.9. Kevin Magnussen P8, 13.4. Good lap time by Magnussen. 13.4 is nice. Logan Sargent being quite impressive this session, I think. Ahead of his teammate, constantly improving. P11. Bottas improving. Leclerc not on a lap. Stroll is. Stroll's going to cross the line. Russell and Verstappen on laps as well. Stroll is going to do a 1 minute 13.5 and goes P9. Checo Perez not on a lap yet. He's going to... I don't think he's starting one. Verstappen somehow finds time and does a 13.2 and goes up to P2. Esteban Ocon goes up 1 place ahead of his teammates, P18. Valtteri Bottas goes up 3 places to P11 with 13.6. Carlos Sainz improving, but abandoned through Sector 3. Unlucky. George Russell abandoned. Fernando Alonso not on a lap. If he is, he's abandoned it. Piastri, not really. He improved through Sector 1, but it's yellow through Sector 2. And that's it. Wait, is Checo Perez on a lap? No. Oh, well, we're done. Help. Piastri somehow goes P3, despite not improving through Sector 2 and 3. Goes P3 with a 13.2. And even though we have 18 cars on track, no one's on a lap. As I say that, Fernando Alonso, 20.6 through Sector 1. We'll keep an eye on him. Let's just do this. There we go. Now we can see his progress. So green through turn 7, yellow through turn 8 and 9, but on the green through the exit of 9. Now what's important is a good exit on the hairpin, but there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of traffic. He's going to be yellow, but is he green on the exit? No, so Fernando Alonso is going to not improve. Hang on, never mind. He's done it somehow. He's recovered the straight line speed. Fair play. Good. That's a good Sector 2 as well by Alonso. This is like top 4 kind of form. I can't lie. He crosses the line. Goes P7. 13.3 with the fastest exit of turn 14 of anyone. Carlos Sainz starting a lap as well. Sergio Perez doesn't improve through Sector 1 at 20.6. That's about... I think every single driver is doing like... It's between 20.3 and 20.5. No one's really in the area. Checo Perez improves through Sector 2 at 23.2. That's much more like it. 3 tenths up on his time so far. Gasly improving. Stroll improving. Here comes Checo at the final corner. He's going to cross the line and do a 1 minute 13.3 and goes P6. And he's currently... He's only 2 tenths off his teammate. No, he's only a 1/10 and a half off his teammate, and yet there's 6 cars in the way. That's how close it is. If you take... As Stroll goes P2 with a very good lap. If you take Hamilton... No, sorry, not is. Yeah, if you take Hamilton out of the picture, because he is so far ahead of everyone. If you take Hamilton out, there is only 1.5 seconds between P2 and P19, which is basically the entire grid, because Zhou Guanyu obviously crashed out. Like... Final 2 minutes, by the way. Russell goes P2, but still 4 tenths of his teammate. These are the gaps, by the way, to Hamilton, right? 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.7, 0.7, 0.7, 0.7, 0.8, 0.8, and then 1 second, 1.1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 cars 0.7 away from Hamilton right now. Like, it is so close. I think Logan Sargent... Bro, my eye is fucked. Can you stop itching? I think Logan Sargent just had a moment. Whoa! One of the McLarens veering to the right. Final minute remaining of the final practice. I'm looking at sectors. Verstappen is the only driver improving right now, and he is on a flyer. He's currently about a 10.5 up on his time right now. I think Checo Perez might be starting one more lap as well. Verstappen gets a bit of a slipstream. Leclerc on a lap but isn't improving. Verstappen avoids the world champions. I'm fucking tired. Crosses the line and goes P2. A 12.9. The third driver to get into the 1 minute 12s. Checo Perez doesn't improve through sector 1. It's better than his second run, but not better than his first run. Stroll improving, a 10th up on Checo. Checo through sector 2 is gonna not improve again, a 23.4, so he's way off it. There is the checkered. Size improve. We still have a couple laps to look at. We've got Checo, we've got Alonso, Norris, Stroll, and Sainz all left to do laps, and Ocon as well. So quite a few. So that's the final practice done. Checo Perez abandons. Sainz improving. Down on Perez, but is improving. Although it's not hard to improve from like a 1 minute 17 on your medium tyre, do you know what I mean? Lance Stroll crosses the line, improves his lap to a 13 dead, but doesn't improve any positions. Fernando Alonso, not going to improve, but he's sort of there or thereabouts, a 14.4. Carlos Sainz crosses the line, and he is going to do a 13.5 only and goes P12. Lando, Hamilton, and Ocon all stay the same. Max Verstappen not on a lap, no one else on laps, and that is practice 3. The final practice of the day, of the weekend, done. So that was that. The final finishing order is going to be Lewis Hamilton P1 with a fucking 12.5. Oh, a 12.5 for Hamilton. Then we have a 12.9 for Verstappen in P2, P3 Russell, P3 Stroll. Then we have Piastri, Ricciardo, Norris, Alonso, Checo, Leclerc, Magnussen, Sainz, Bottas, Sargent, Tsunoda, Gaza, Hulkenberg, Albon, Ocon, and Zhou Guanyu, who crashed out really early. So some finishing notes. Aston looked really strong on the hard tyres. Mercedes looked really good on the softs. Red Bull still struggling, but they're competitive. I mean, they're up there a bit. I think it's going to be a toss-up between the Mercedes, the Red Bulls, and the McLarens for you know, top quality positions. Ferrari are also there or thereabouts, but it actually does look like a 4-way team fight right now. When quality actually arrives, it could be a different story, but that's what it looks like. I mean, the Ferraris are way off it. Leclerc 8 tenths away, Sainz 1 second away, even Verstappen is 4 tenths away from Hamilton's best time. Good performance by Ricciardo, P6, 4 tenths ahead of Tsunoda in P15, Sargent ahead of his teammate. Zhou Guanyu crashes out early for the second practice of the weekend. So his only chance to actually learn some stuff has gone in the bin because he crashed. So practice is done. Quali starts at 9 PM. So 9 PM is that's BST, by the way. I'll be live at 10 to, so 8:50 PM BST. I'll be back for quali. I'll do. What I'm gonna do is I'll go away. I'm gonna have some dinner. Gonna have a shit. Might have a shower, and then I'm gonna make some predictions for quali. I think that's a good idea. I will share those notes for quali when it arrives, and there it is. So yeah, I'll see you then. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. See ya.